So how did Alice?
So when I was to
Suggest.
finish my second year at Santa Monica City College,
Yeah.
I had been writing my old girlfriend, Angela Maiello,
From high school.
in Brooklyn, from high school. She was graduating high school, and it was her prom.
Mm-hmm.
So she asked me whether I would take her to the prom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
So 2 years later,
Yeah.
I came back to Brooklyn,
Right.
stayed with Alice
Mm-hmm.
and Jack at their apartment in Queens,
Right.
and I went to the prom with Angela.
Right.
Angel.
But were you expecting good things with Angela?
Yeah. So when we walked home from the prom,
Mm-hmm.
I said to Angel, I said, what happens now?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, I'm going to do this and do that, and I'm going to have a family. So I said, really? You have someone in mind?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. And she said, no, but I don't know where we were going, but you're in California and I'm here.
Right.
So it's not going anywhere.
Right.
So that was the end of that.
Was that surprising? Had you had your hopes up?
I don't remember. So anyway, I was in New York for whatever, 3 or 4 weeks. Okay.
Okay.
And it was after about a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting in the apartment, in my Aunt Alice's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm moping around here.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, well, why don't you figure out what you can do? And I said, I'm not sure. She said, well, why don't you take Carolyn out?
Where did it come from?
She just thought of it.
Just came to her. You think she was trying to play matchmaker, or you think she had some motives going on there, or just
thought of it, probably.
just came to her mind?
So I called Carolyn and I asked her out.
And where'd you go? You remember?
I know we went to a museum in Manhattan
Mm-hmm.
and dinner. We went to an Italian dinner,
Mm-hmm.
Italian restaurant, Luigi's or something like that. And then we started going out.
But you're living in L.A.
Right. So at the end of the 3 or 4 weeks that I was here, ready to go home,
Mm-hmm.
that's when Tom, Lil, and Carolyn were coming out to California.
So you weren't really missing her. You got to see her again.
So I kept seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
Tom and Lil went home
Mm-hmm.
from California,
Mm-hmm.
and Carolyn stayed
Mm-hmm.
about 3 more weeks
With Bobby and Dave.
with Bobby and Dave.
Okay.
And then she went back east to finish her junior year
Okay.
at Queens College.
In those 7 weeks, did you get engaged?
No,
When did you get engaged?
a year later.
A year later.
Yeah, she went back to New York,
Uh-huh.
and we kept communicating by letter.
Mm-hmm.
We would speak on the phone once a week
Mm-hmm.
on the weekend
Yep.
at $1 a minute.
Oh, I know. I read about it.
$1 a minute, AT&T. So we limit our conversations to 10 minutes or less. And actually, it was usually Carolyn who called me, okay?
Uh-huh.
And so from September to May, we just basically communicated that way. And then she decided she's going to come out to California to go to her senior year at CSUN.
Right.
And that summer is when we got engaged.
How did you get engaged?
What?
How?
Oh, we were at the Greek Theater,
Who would you see?
Johnny Mathis.
And how did you do it?
I had a ring,
Uh-huh.
which was just a simple ring. It wasn't even gold. It was a ring with some type of stone in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it cost me $100. And then she picked it out, and I picked out that watch,
Mm-hmm. The LaCoultre.
and that was like $120
Mm-hmm.
that she paid for.
Mm-hmm.
And
Did you get on down on one knee?
I don't think so.
Did you get?
I just asked her.
Did you ask her during
while
the
she
12th
was
of
singing,
Never?
while she was singing the
12th
12th
of
of
Never.
Never.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Was she surprised or not surprised?
No, she knew.
She knew it was coming.
Right.
And how long were you engaged?
Well, until the next year when we got married.
So you get engaged at 62, get married at 63.
Right.
And this year is 60 years.
Right.
It's insane how time flies.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember anything about the wedding?
Oh, yeah.
What do you remember about the wedding?
Well, other than being drunk. Well, every time, they had these big, huge, before dinner, you drink and you eat nosh,
Yeah.
okay? And Carolyn had 6 or 7 uncles.
Mm-hmm.
Every time one of them came in, he gave me a drink.
Elliot!
He gave me a drink.
Uh-huh.
They gave me a drink. I don't remember the wedding itself. I don't remember. I do remember that we didn't get to the hotel until about 4 o'clock in the morning,
Uh-huh.
which was a hotel in Jamaica, in Queens. So, and which is funny because a week later we went to Sandy and Kennedy's wedding,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and they stayed in the same hotel.
Mm-hmm.
It was just funny.